My name is Gregor von Laschewski, and now we are trying to introduce you to the class web page. Often you may not remember anymore the link, so let me just give you a tip on how do we find it. We simply type in Cloud Mesh, classes, and GitHub. This issues a Google query in my browser, and I can see that the first link that comes up is this particular link on GitHub. I see here all class material is being posted at this particular link. And naturally you can also go to Canvas, you can go to Piazza when you're enrolled, and you find that particular link. The classes are organized that we are trying to now combine all classes into one web page, where we have I524 and I523. This is the class from last year. We try to divide them in such a form that lessons that are shared between the two can actually be found in the lessons directory. For you, let's start with I524. So we go into this particular link. And we see here the class structure. We have clearly on the sidebar an outline from the page, which links are here. So you see, for example, overview. And you see here the class. If you want to find a topic here, like my GitHub repositories, you can go there. But we also have additional 4 links on top. One of the links is actually called a changelog. This way you can see how we update this particular web page. And you see here messages that says, I, for example, added an online meeting time at our web page in our information. And if something were to change, you will be seeing the changes here coming in our web page. So that's a really good way of keeping up to date with what actually happened on the web page. How do we do this? We will be teaching you as part of the class so that you can even contribute and will see your own changes appearing here in our web page. The next thing I would like to alert you about is that we have a calendar. The calendar is very simply maintained, where we try to add, and if we forgot something, we will be adding things to this calendar. And the information here when we, for example, have deadlines for papers and for projects, and the class is being listed here. Other things that we have done is we have introduced all lectures in a simple lecture site. This site is under construction at this time, and by the time you read this, we will probably have already posted the first videos. This includes, for example, our class videos and slides for the introductory lecture. And one thing that's important to notice is we have here released column. That means anything that's released, we are very confident that the content is somewhat finalized. Corrections naturally can apply if we detect it, or if students are alerting us about corrections, and we make corrections, but we will no longer, we will not add any information about that here. As soon as a class is released, you feel free to watch the video. However, we have given you an opportunity to look ahead what may come up in our lectures. And they are not yet ordered or sorted in the various tracks. That's the reason why they are not yet released. But you still are able to look at things in case you were to already need them. But once we finalize them, we will be saying released on them. So this is an opportunity. Some students get confused. What do I have to look at? I'm confused about the website. There is no confusion possible, because if you only want to look at things that are released as part of the class, look in this column and only look at things that are released. Let's go back. We also see here there's a breadcrumb in here, so I can go back to my page. I will go to the technology page in a minute. Let's just revisit it. Here we have the list of all the 380 software systems that we currently think are important. And at the end we have some homework, Techlist 1 and Techlist 2, which are important for you to complete in the first month. There will be an assignment being issued for you through another post on Piazza explaining how to do that. Let us go back to the original website. As you can see, you have an overview of the website. Here's the picture of the software system relevant for big data, our layers that we want to introduce you, the class structure. The meeting times will be posted here. We will be adding more times as we announce them. Sometimes we will have special meeting times for a particular week, not regular meeting times. Regular meeting times will be posted here. Special meeting times will be posted in Piazza, as well as this particular page. Here we have also clearly posted the meeting location for the online meetings via Zoom. That's this one link. You can dial in via phone. Please make sure that you have a working microphone when you participate in these meetings. Test this out with a friend or with a colleague just to make sure that you have things. We don't have time to debug your video and audio tools during the session. Having said this, if you have special needs, please let us know so that we can accommodate them. So we have then also here posted what our grading scheme is. As you see, the project will count for 60%, while the rest of the class will be counting to 40%. You have a class participation that includes updating of the web pages, as well as contributing to the tech list that I've just introduced to you. And you will have to write a number of papers, each of which needs to be only 2 pages long. So this is not a very long paper, but it needs to be comprehensive, and it needs to be following scientific standards. These are not magazine articles or articles that you were to post into how to do this kind of a thing. These are actually scientific articles, and they prepare you for the work on your project papers. The first paper is probably just a pass-fail, while the other ones will be graded. So view the first paper as an exercise. So we have then posted here some information about that you can formulate groups or form groups, and in these groups you can collaboratively work with each other, but you must be making sure that each student is working equally, and each student needs to be checking into GitHub. We will be finding out from GitHub if you have contributed. If, for example, a student has not contributed to a particular project, we may invite this particular student for an oral exam in which he has to be quizzed about the entire project that has been developed by the team. So make sure that you work on your part so that you're not sticking out as you haven't done anything. Prerequisites we already have mentioned. The homework will be all open source, available to everybody, so everybody can see everybody else's project as well as everybody else's paper. We may introduce peer review for you, so that you can also learn how other people have written papers or doing their projects, so that you can benefit from mistakes as well as very good examples from other people to incorporate it into your project. And often it's really a good idea to just learn from examples, and this would achieve that. Now you may think, well, you know, I can just copy other people's work. Probably not, because each paper that we assign is unique. Each project will be unique. There should not be a duplication of projects, and if so, then we may want to discuss how to deal with that. We will be using for the communication Piazza. We have the link here for the class, as well as folders that we are using in Piazza, so please make yourself familiar with Piazza. Piazza is superior to Canvas, and we found that Canvas cannot support the way we are operating this class, and therefore we cannot use Canvas or do not want to use Canvas in order for you to achieve your best. We would like that you can collaborate with others and communicate with others, can create common answers to common questions, and Piazza is ideally suited to do this. Plus, Piazza is a modern system, while and naturally we would like to introduce you to a state-of-the-art technology, and Piazza is essentially accepted in a much larger community than, for example, Canvas is. Therefore, we are not doing any support in Canvas. When you send us email messages in Canvas, we will probably ignore them. Please send communication through Piazza.